From the dusty tracks of yesteryears to a roaring stadium today, the history of Indian Supercross has been that of passion, of persistence and of rivalry. Today we sit with two pioneers, Mr. Aniruddha Deshpande and Mr. Sanjay Takale, who have not just witnessed but have also shaped this incredible story. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Aniruddha, sir, I would like to start by asking you. You were one among the first who brought International Supercross, a stadium event, to India in the 1980s. How was it like to bring such a vision to life at that time?
That time it was not called a supercross, it was a motocross. We used to always say the term was motocross. But in early 80s, 80, 81, 82, the event we started doing motocross in an open ground. It was the gliding center of Pune where we used to do the motor. Somebody that time showed us the pictures of the events that happened in US which were inside a stadium. And we said if it is done in United States, why can't we do it here? And then we went to the cricket authorities. It took us long time to get the stadium, convince them how race can be done in stadium. Right. So I think the first stadium race was in 83. 83. So from thinking about it, from looking at these images of Supercross in America to actually executing this, how long did it take? Getting the stadium was a big challenge because the stadium in Pune is owned by three different entities. It is like Cricket Club of Maharashtra, that is called as Maharashtra Cricket Club, the Hirabag Cricket Club and the Pune Municipal Corporation. So once we got the stadium, I think other things were not very difficult to manage because that time the manpower was like super excited. There was no mobiles, no screens. So we had good number of volunteers who very well worked with the entire organization. And
what numbers are we talking at?
We used to actually take volunteers by they had to fill a form, pay 20 rupees fee, and then we used to select about 600 volunteers.
Pay to volunteer.
Volunteers.
Actually, 20 rupees was a big amount that time.
That time 20 rupees was a very big amount.
Yes.
And of all those numbers, you would select 600 volunteers.
Yes. Out of about 12, 13, 1400
forms we used to sell.
To receive.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, sir?
And the Nehru Stadium was converted into a like a motocross, like what they are doing now. So much equipment was not there. So we used to get the soil. We needed about 1500 trucks of soil every year. So 1500 trucks used to come and we used to do the whatever jumps, this, that, everything that is required in a motocross by rolling because there was no equipment and all the labor used to stay there and it used to take about 3-4 weeks to prepare the track.
Oh God.
It was like a month's job because all the labor had to do it manually.
Manually with the wooden, big broom, I would say, wooden sand. Then we used to make the jumps with that.
Even there were not many rollers, only for road work there were rollers, but otherwise the rollers were hand put.
Yeah.
Right. And so, what about the bikes? How did they come in? Were they built here?
No, there were one or two Indian classes. In the Indian classes, there were the normal Bullet, Yezdi, Jawa, those bikes, and the foreign participants used to come with their bikes. And the foreign participants used to come with proper motocross bikes. And many of them used to come from Europe. It was like we used to invite them, we used to pay for their ticket, they used to come and participate. And they were at a different level. So it was particularly for Indian riders, it was even for Indian riders, it was a treat to see.
Yeah. To see, to learn, to experience, as much as it was, I think, for us audience as well.
Yes.
But so speaking of the audience, how was the response from the government, from the audience who witnessed such an incredible motorsport being introduced in India?
We had a good team and the entire marketing also was very well done every year. The race used to be in January, but we used to start work the same night the race used to get over. So 1 year we used to plan for the entire event.
Full preparation 1 year.
Full preparation, and preparation is like minute to minute preparation. And every year for all the years that we did the race, the time was, suppose the gate used to be, the first race used to start at 8:30 and the last race was at 2, it used to get over at 1:58. It was quite precision because everything was well planned 1 year back, and the ticket sales was like 16,000 tickets we used to print.
Wow.
And everything used to get sold out about 10 days before the event, and we used to keep about 1,500, 2,000 tickets at the gate window for the last day. Those people used to come from long distance, but that used to also get sold because the queue used to start at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Actually, people used to come by STs and local transport, and they used to wait outside the Nehru Stadium in cold. Those times January was very cold, and I used to see with the chadar, the Solapuri chadar or the chadar and all, and they used to have those chai on the thelas outside, and they used to wait for the window to open 4 to 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours used to be the line.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Because they used to
God.
be there at morning 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and the window used to open at 9 o'clock, and then there used to be queue before that, 3-4 hours actually. Yes.
But we gave good facilities also inside the stadium. At that time, it was like proper food used to be served.
Catering.
Cold drinks used to be done.
Yeah.
There was a cold drink sponsor. That time also, Campa Cola. Now
Right.
Campa has come back, but Campa Cola factory was in Pune. So Campa was for 2-3 years the official sponsorer. Then came Rasana.
Yeah.
I don't remember, some mango drink came.
Yeah.
So they took up the rights to distribute cold drinks in the stadium.
Right. So you saw images and videos of an international event, but how close to replicating it were you in India?
We were actually I can say that we did it very well. So once we did the 83 event, in 84 we decided that if we actually worked hard, in 5 years we can get a world championship round. That time the world championship round was called as Rodil Trophy, RODIL, Rodil Trophy.
Yeah.
And in 84, we after the event we used to book the MTDC in Mahabaleshwar. I used to take about 50 good volunteers, committee members to Mahabaleshwar. We used to work for 2 days in Mahabaleshwar and finalize the entire agenda. The FIM representative used to come and they did all the observers job, and actually they allotted the Rodil Trophy. I think Rodil Trophy was one of the first any world championship that India got.
Wow.
Even in other sports.
Other verticals, right. But Sanjay sir, what about you? You began your racing career in 1987, in that golden era of motorsport.
Yes.
How would you define that?
Actually, I went to see the race he mentioned in Hadapsar 1980. I was in 5th or 6th standard. So that was my first introduction to live motocross and jumping and all. And then I said I should be doing this because it was just very next to my house. I stay in Hadapsar. And then of course I started in 87, and the bikes we had were Rajdoot, Bullet, and we used to have a Rajdoot class also actually, Jawa and all. We started with those sorts of bikes with the basic modification, with just by raising the mudguard or something of that sort. Nothing much modification actually.
And back then, did you imagine that one day India will have its own franchisee-based Supercross racing league?
No, I was very naive, I think, that time. No way I would have imagined this, but what I see now, they have done it fantastic, and I am very happy to see this franchisee model. I think it's the first of its kind in the world, right? It's the first of its kind in the world, I think.
A franchisee-based
Yeah,
model,
franchisee-based model, I think. So I think this is fantastic happened to Pune, and Pune has always been a place for motorsports and all. So I'm very happy about it actually. And just to mention you more also, do you know the first motorcycle race actually in India was held from Pune to Satara in 1905 by Mr. R.P. Modi, the senior R.P. Modi, 100 kilometer. And you know, it started from the Parvati Paita, you can say the local deity of Pune. Aniruddha, can I say? The local, yes.
Local Parvati.
Yeah. And plus the foothill of Parvati. And it went to Satara with the Rajwada Chowk, about 100 kilometer in 1905.
And how was it like? Were there classes? What kind of bikes were there?
There's a very sketchy information about that race, and the bikes doesn't exist now anymore. But it did happen. It is there in the history. So I think, and if you go back, I think the first motorsports in the world happened in 1887 or 1894 officially. So just after 10 years after that, the first race was held in Pune.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Parsi community was actually two-wheeler and sports lover for even cars. So even the Pune Automotive Racing Association first office was given by the second Ratan Modi.
Oh, is it? Yeah, senior.
Ratan Modi's Rajdut showroom was on East Street.
Yeah.
And we went to him that Ratan uncle, we don't have an office, we have started an association. So he said, okay, these 2 rooms are for you, you start using it. So we used that for nearly 8-9 years.
Actually, Pune has a long history, 1905. And of course, then 1949, we started having races at the airport. 1949. At the aerodrome, I think so, the
aerodrome.
Logo
Logo.
aerodrome,
So much was happening back then. But what really went wrong, I would say, in the 80s, early 90s? Why did the momentum decline?
So there was momentum that time. It was also called the golden era of motorsports from 80 to 90. I think we were on the top.
After 90,
Maybe after 90, I think so.
After 90, was it lack of infrastructure, would you say, or what really went wrong there? Was it difficult to get people back together, people with passion?
I think the organizing second level was not ready, maybe. I think so. Or maybe there was lack of interest. I don't know actually what happened.
But
He'll know more.
It is like, if you want to
Maybe
organize,
a vision which you had.
No, lot of passion and lot of big team. Na, you cannot do it. We used to do 12 events in a year. So all the 12 events calendar was declared. And every year we used to do 12 events.
Which meant staying at the track and at the stadium throughout.
No. The 12 different events.
Okay.
Like car
hill climb.
rallies, like motorcycle rallies, like hill climbs.
Trail racing.
Many events.
Actually, different formats actually, just to make it more simpler. Like hill climb, dirt track, motocross. There was a very famous rally called the Ashtavinayak rally. So there are 8 Ganpatis in Maharashtra. So the rally is to go to every Ganpati and come back, the motorcycle.
Right.
And just for information, all the last event I won in of these events, like the last hill climb, Hill climb 1996, the last Ashtavinayak rally I finished first. So I was a part of the last happening one.
So actually, I would like to ask you, how's that itch of never stopping and still continue to race never die in you?
Actually, it's a
We've
passion.
seen you
actually.
right now at the Dakar as well, and you made us so proud.
Yes, actually, I was not able to part with my passion, and I'm very thankful to it actually that I didn't part with my passion. So I tried to balance my work and my passion together, but it was always 70% or 80% of my time went to my passion and 20% of my time went to my work. So that's how I managed to balance it actually.
But I went with him for 2 rallies in this year.
Yeah.
I also drove 2 rallies, but I can say that the kind of respect he commands in the rally fraternity,
Right.
sitting here, nobody in Pune can know it, because I traveled with him and I met so many people whom he has relations for years together, and they are like manufacturers.
Yeah, luckily we managed to do a rally together. Actually, this year we did 2 rallies together this year. The cross country in Thailand,
Right.
the 4x5 with the pickups, and we drove in the same rally, same event actually. Yes.
After 38 years, I went for a rally with a gap of 38 years.
And how did that feel like for you?
I'm going again on the second with him.
First week of August.
Yeah, enjoying.
Yeah, first week
Which
of
means
August.
Mr. Aniruddha is
Yeah.
back once
Yeah.
again into racing.
Yeah, he's enjoying. I'm happy
And-
for him.
I won the Himalayan rally in 1981,
Yeah.
and that time it was very primitive. So I wanted to see what actually these people are doing. Cars have changed, technology has changed, and it is unbelievable experience. It was very primitive. The cars, you had to carry your own petrol, no communication, no mobile, nothing. That
So
time.
this experience of racing after all these years, was it easy or was it challenging because you had to figure out your things?
No, he was there, so he used to guide me in everything,
But
and
he's very good at it. He's very good at it.
You think so?
he has got so many connections, na? So like right from my entry to the finish line, everything their team helped us. So it was really easy. For a new person to go and do a new rally is not easy.
Actually, I was very worried for him, to be very honest. He was driving after a long time, and I knew that I've seen the change of technology from Fiat to this Hilux or the Isuzu, whatever he drove, and I was worried for him. But he did fantastically well on the Thailand road, and he did good timing. So it was amazing for him.
Are we
for me
going to see
say.
you also
Yes.
at the Dakar next
No,
season?
he's 10 years younger to me.
Sir, but what about your honest reflection on the disappearances of these high-profile races, which you saw back in the day? Of course, now we're coming back with ISRL, and there are other leagues as well. What exactly is your honest reflection of the disappearance that we had?
Maybe many reasons. So any sports, when it actually starts, if you have seen many sports which go actually at a peak, post-peak there is always fight between the organizers, there is fight between the organizations, the parent bodies which are there, they feel that the smaller bodies which are our members are doing better. So there may be many reasons, but I myself had decided that once we bring in the World Championship and we do that, from second day I will not be associated with sports, with motorsport. So from that day till today, I have not been in any organization. The last day we did the race, and second day I resigned from the organization, because otherwise you cannot do any other business.
Actually, it was like an addiction, actually, to be honest. You know, people used to come to the club at morning 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock and then go home back midnight or post midnight. You will not believe this. It's
every day we used to be there in the association for more than 15-16 hours.
Easily.
And 100 boys, not less. Like 100 people used to be there in the club from say 10:30 to night, maybe 1, 2, whatever time.
Yeah,
so
it was a black and white era of the motorsports, I can
Yeah.
say. But there was a lot of passion and a lot of energy was there, actually, to be honest.
So most of the team thought that after doing so much, if you don't do something for your livelihood also, you
Right.
cannot. If you would have continued till today, I think Ishan and others wouldn't have got chance
Right, right.
to do a supercross.
Yeah. But I think these boys have done very well now.
Very well.
I think they have done very well.
Outstanding.
So if you have to talk about an evolution
Yes.
of Supercross then until now,
Yes.
how glorious has it been?
Absolutely glorious, I would say. Because we were lucky enough to see that era. That was a big, glorious area. Of course, you can say it was a bit down, but it's always like that. But these boys have done well. And with this sport coming up with this format, I think it's going to go a long way, definitely.
So, but back then, how challenging was it to bring in foreign manufacturers
And
to
the
send in their
sponsorship
bikes,
also.
sponsorships, and for them to trust the sport that we would have in our country?
It was like when you are younger and in college days, you don't understand many things. That is a better option to do any
Better scenario, I would say.
Better scenario
Yeah.
to do any work with only passion and believe that you can go and ask money to anybody. Money was also a big problem. Motocross was very difficult, and there were many challenges. Like as the sport grew and it became very popular, because it was live on television. That time there was only one television channel,
Doordarshan.
and
Yes.
it was always every year we managed to get Doordarshan. Every
To telecast it live.
It was not live, like it was not easy to make it live that time. The OB vans used to come from Bombay.
Yeah.
For OB van to travel, Delhi had to give permission. So luckily for 1 or 2 years, Vittal Rao Gadgil, who was the minister for telecommunication
yeah.
and information broadcasting,
Yeah.
was from Pune and was also our chairman of the association. So we used to go and sit there in Delhi. To get the riders and motorcycles, it was not easy. You could not send a normal ticket. You have to take a permission from the Ministry of Finance.
From the Finance Ministry, I think, so, right?
Finance Ministry has to actually give you even permission to get one ticket for a foreigner
To fly.
to fly.
Yes.
And so many flights were not there. So we had to actually make hubs. All the European riders used to come to Frankfurt, and Frankfurt, Bombay, Air India flights used to be there. So from Frankfurt, we used to pick up all the riders and the motorcycles. And America, it was quite difficult. America was quite far. So we had made Los Angeles as hub. So at that time, so many foreigners used to come to India and race.
And
So-
how did you coordinate back then with
No coordination.
lack of communication? How did you know who's
We used
flying
to
in
send,
when and when are the bikes coming in?
In Frankfurt, he used to keep a person stationed. From Pune, he used to fly to Frankfurt, stay there for that 5-6 days, coordinate with Air India, see that everything is loaded. And for other places, Air India Bombay used to give us information that bikes are loaded, riders are...
The airline would give you information.
That's the only way.
Yeah, because we used to, Air India was our one of the sponsorer. So
Right.
getting all the sponsor on board also was a big challenge. But Air India somehow was on board with us for all the 6-7 years.
Right.
Actually, we also invited the Prime Minister one year.
Yes, I would actually like to ask that as well. I mean, I heard that you had gone and personally invited Mr. Rajiv Gandhi.
Then Prime Minister,
When we got to know that we are going to do the World Championship round, we knew that it was out of our budget. So actually to bring in so much of money to do a World Championship round, it was very difficult. So one of our friend who knew a member of parliament, we made him take an appointment with Rajiv Gandhi. We gave him our VCD. That time everything was on a video. So VCD with a letter, we made a brochure with lot of photographs which he saw, and on 20th March he had given us time, and the race was in January.
Okay.
So when we met him, he said, obviously no Prime Minister will give you time 10 months in advance. So I that time told him that without your confirmation I cannot get the financial
the fund.
support. Cannot get the financial support. So obviously Prime Ministers are quite sharp. So he said, you sit in the veranda, I'll come there and meet you after a few minutes. I have to finish few visitors. And by that time he came there, I think he had thought about it, that he gave us a letter same day. And I think after that letter we could easily manage to get the funds. Only eight companies sponsored the entire event.
Because of that one letter?
Because obviously it was also a World Championship, and the Prime Minister attending the event is not a small thing for
He did send
any country.
He did send Arjun
He
Singh.
sent he
Send
could
his
not,
envoy
he
and
could
the
not
message,
come
I think.
himself, but he had written a message himself.
Yeah.
That time HRD minister, which was like the second minister after the Prime Minister, was Arjun Singh. He himself came. Arjun Singh delivered a speech on behalf of Rajiv Gandhi. So that also they did for us. I would say that most of the government offices always supported the sport.
Yeah.
Though there was always the thin line that time that motorsports was a rich man's sports. So if you see first 1 or 2 years, Himalayan Rally was in big trouble. People used to, our car was stoned in Madhya Pradesh. So it was always said that the socialist people always felt that there is that time in 80s that this is a rich man's sports.
And how difficult was it otherwise to get sponsors on board and to fund these events?
I think the sponsors also keep on observing you. Like for this Supercross, when Ishan met me long back when he thought of this idea and he started approaching the sponsors, I told him, you'll get money because you have started very methodically and in advance. So we used to approach the sponsor 9 months in advance. So they also always knew that these people are going to give us the right coverage. And also Doordarshan was the only television. So that time television had lot of value.
Right.
So on that television basis also we could get sponsorship. It was hard, but everything was hard in that days. Communication was quite difficult. Traveling was difficult. Everything was difficult.
We've also heard of you going to Japan and inviting.
That we went at
And
many.
also to Thailand also, I believe.
At many places, many
What's the
countries.
Japan story, sir? I think the one
It was to
audience,
bring
please.
the Honda team, and so we thought that when you are in college, you feel that chalo jaake to aate, what happens? Let us see. So we went and tried to.
What year was this, sir?
83,
This was
82.
83, and
Okay.
84. The Honda team raced in Pune.
How did you make that happen?
Honda made it happen. We just went and tried our best in Japan to get the team, and I think Honda also. We never knew that Honda also had big plans for India to start in 85, 86. Big plans were there. So I think they also took the opportunity to, when the Honda team came, Kinetic was launched. We just went and tried our best. Honda people came to India. Of course, that time Japanese never knew any other language than
English,
Japanese.
exactly.
So interpreter, this, that, everything you needed. But we could actually push them to send a person to see what the stadium meant, what the race was. And then the team came. We also took that 4 bikes from them. for the association.
Yes.
Post that even
84, I
Bajaj-
think.
84.
Yeah.
And Honda maintained that bikes for us, and Pune Automotive Racing Association had the privilege to get their own 4 riders to race on these bikes anywhere in the country.
So actually that's how the motocross and the local boys were able to ride these bikes actually, because the bikes were bought in 1984. That's how we had a lot of grassroots boys coming and riding the foreign bikes. And if you see the history of that era, the golden era, I would safely say that all the top bikers were from Pune in 80s and 90s, I would say, between that era. Because it was very difficult even to win at the local championship, because all were very tough competition. All the good bikers were from Pune actually that day, that era.
And this bike, what you see today, if you had seen it in 1984, you would have been surprised. Even to touch the bike was very difficult. People would say, from where ye gaadi aaya kahan se?
How different were they? I mean, there wasn't
Well,
great suspensions on the bike.
We had those days only Jawa, Yezdi and Bullet. And then suddenly you see something like this. Imagine the situation.
4 brand new boxes.
Yeah.
I remember that we received the parcel from the transport company at about 10:30 p.m. in the night. We took only 2 hours to open it, and somehow we were in so hurry that how can Honda people come and quickly assemble this and start the bike. And you will not believe there were like not less than 150 young boys waiting to hear the
first noise of the bike.
First noise of starting the bike, and it was at
Two-stroke.
about 12 in the afternoon that days. We call it bikes were fired.
So, sir, we would love to know more about the golden era of motorsports. Some fun insights or fun stories that you would want to share with all of us.
Actually, people were involved in the Pune Automotive Racing Association because we used to communicate with thousands of people, not limited. Like when we got the first Honda team, we had printed about 15-20,000 letters, and which were actually individually signed. And I signed 20,000 letters, and we had posted the entire telephone directory.
Yes.
Entire telephone directory.
I think we had some 25,000 stickers made. 25,000.
So that
distributed
Honda
in
team
the
is racing. Everybody in Pune came to know 25,000 letters were posted.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of marketing effort also, but it was quite subtle, but at a very large scale. Very large scale. 25,000 letters were signed and posted. Then when we came to know that yes, okay, Honda is going to participate and Honda has some venture in India, we actually went with them and had a lot of discussion with the manufacturers, saying that why don't you distribute stickers? Why don't you distribute caps to the spectators? They are actually our backbone. So why don't you distribute? Because we used to sell tickets. Our income was also from the tickets. That time I remember around 400 rupees or little lesser, but 400 rupees that time was very high.
Yes.
But people used to buy at 400 rupees.
I still remember one story. They used to print more forms for the marshals. So 20 rupees would make 40,000 revenue at that time by just selling forms for the marshal. Yeah.
So there were a lot of people who actually for 1 year you would see in Pune car stickers, motorcycle stickers, then the kind of paper caps they made. They didn't give normal caps, but still for 2-3 months, because like Honda, this name in 1984 was, nobody even thought that Honda would be coming to India or Yamaha or whatever. So we actually kept on inventing something new for every event. The year after that we got there were motocross schools which we didn't know. But after foreigners started coming and racing in India, we came to know that there are motocross schools. So in India, we invited the schools and
to come and have a camp here. So actually we invited the former champions from America and all, and we had a camp in Pune. So I think Russ Darnell School,
Russ Darnell School was here.
From California, they were invited by us. And we actually had a 15-day camp in Pune. Tarzai, I believe we had one camp.
2-3 places. One was in Lullanagar, one was in Tarzai. So we made him stay here for 2-3 weeks. And he actually coached for motocross. So what we did was
Even the Honda coach came, I think, the Furukawa.
Many
After that 1 year, Furukawa came.
Many
I think
foreign companies.
Yeah.
We were able to pull them in.
Yeah.
Today, what has happened is manufacturers are going back. If you really see in today's Supercross also, what we feel that the manufacturers should come in. But that time, all the manufacturers came.
Yeah.
Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, you
yes.
name it.
But
Bajaj
Kawasaki,
was with
yeah.
Kawasaki.
Yeah, they bought Kawasaki.
All teams were
I think
there.
they bought Kawasaki's, right?
4 Kawasaki's
They
were given
bought
to
4
us.
Kawasaki's, I think.
So all
Yeah.
the teams, because we were following them vigorously, that you have to come. And the owners were like, Rahul Bajaj was our committee member. So he used to say, every month you are going to trouble me for something, this, that. So we said, what are we doing? We are doing for your automobile industry only. And he always supported us. So Yamaha, somebody who was in charge of Yamaha that time, I knew him personally. So I used to go to Delhi, sit with him. Full 4 hours, even if he made us sit outside the office, he used to sit.
There was more physical communication actually, to be honest. Like he going to Thailand to collect a check, just to collect a check.
Castrol Asia gave us, we were following with Castrol and they gave us $10,000. That time $10,000 in '84 was a big amount.
Castrol Asia.
Asia.
Yes.
So to get the check from Castrol Asia, I traveled to Thailand for a day. Then ceremonially they gave us the check. But by that I could establish a good relation with them.
Yes.
And again next year they gave us the money. We also invited them. They, husband and wife, who were in charge of Asian Castrol, came to Pune. So we had a lot of international communication and personal relation with so many people that we started calling them by name, saying
First
that
names,
you have to come. Riders also. Like last year I saw in the Supercross, and if you see that time riders, I could make out the difference. Actually, all these people from Denmark and other places, particularly the Scandinavian countries, a lot of motocross since that time. They were like very well built.
Well built, very well built.
And if you see their build and the kind of holding on the tank and kind of jumps they take, they used to take, they were far superior. Even today, after 25 years, I can see that they were superior riders.
Sanjay sir, what about you? I think you also started racing around that same era.
Yes,
if I'm not wrong, it's 1987.
87, yeah.
And since then until now, how has your journey been? You've seen
actually,
various...
I was with motorsport in 1980 because I saw that Hadapsar track and motocross race. So I was with them, but I was underage. So I used to visit club and follow them as a child, as a kid, and of course I grew up with that. And when I became 18, I started in motocross and dirt track and supercross, and of course I did with. So I was in TVS factory team also. The last event I did was in 2001 as a Rally of Nasik, I remember, with the factory team. So it was a great journey for me. I tried with I managed to ride the bikes like Jawa, Rajdut, Yezdi, Bullet, and of course then I shifted to RX Yamaha and Suzuki, and then of course to the Honda CR 125. I did buy one of these bikes in 1996, I think so. So I did a 125. I had a bike. So for me it was a great experience from those development of bikes and transferring myself from bikes, and then of course I went to cars later.
Right, and then your cross country rallies, what about that?
Yes, the cross countries, then I did a lot of car rallies actually, the Malaysian Championship and the Asia Pacific Championship. Yes, I managed to win the Production Cup Asia Pacific Championship in 2013, and then I did a lot of rallies in Scandinavia also, like Estonia, Latvia and all. So I've seen a lot of transformation of machine and the technology, I would say. And it's gone a long way, I would say. It's very, very different what I did in the black and white era, and now what I drive now, even in Dakar also, you see the speeds are very, very high actually now. The machines are, now it's become more scary, I would say. It's very, I was just speaking to Aniruddha also some time back. Now it's become very, very fast, I think.
Since you're on this seat with us, we would actually like to know firsthand about your Dakar experience. Of course, we've heard it, but
yes, I
from
think,
the horse's mouth.
As everybody knows in motorsports, Dakar is the longest rally, and it's very, very long distance. It's not about only driving fast. You have to survive every day, because it's not easy on the service team. It's not easy on the car, machine. You have to look after your car. You have to maintain good pace. you have to maintain yourself physically well also, because you can't get sick in Dakar, because there's nothing, if you get sick then the whole rally is gone. So you have to look after yourself also. So it is a big balance, I would say, but you have to be focused every day for a longer period of time, I think. Yes.
So sir, now here is the story of three young men, Ishan Lokhande, Ashwin Lokhande and Veer Patel, and it
Yes.
sounds almost cinematic.
Yes.
You know how they've brought about ISRL, and you both witness in them. Well, I mean, what have you witnessed in them from early on, since you've known them?
Yes, I have seen
From their
Ishan
racing
riding bike. I've
teams.
seen all of them in front of me. They came to motorsports, and I've seen them riding also. All Ishan and Veer Patel, everybody, and they have been very good bikers themselves. But these boys have gone to the next level, and then I think now they are organizing, and they are very brilliant and intelligent boys. And I think what they have thought and what this format they have come up is taking Indian motorsports forward, I think, from here. And I think this will be remembered for a longer period of time.
Absolutely.
Indian motorsport still doesn't have heroes.
I think we need
So,
more heroes, I think
We
so.
need more heroes.
Yeah, I think so.
I've been discussing this for last more than 1 year with Ishan, that unless and until we know that there is a motorsport hero.
Hero.
We need more than one, actually.
Like I've seen for 7-8 years that the entire half of the people in the stadium, out of 15,000, 7,000 people used to watch the race standing. They were so much excited.
Yeah.
Today I don't see that excitement.
Actually, there were a lot of people waiting outside the stadium because they couldn't get in also.
They
Yes.
could not get the ticket also.
Yes, and I don't want to mention, but I still mention, there used to be a lot of fight on the gate for the ticket also. Actually, there were a lot of fights.
Too many fights we had.
Yes.
Because with a hero comes a following.
But
Yeah.
if motorsports has to sustain for a long time, people should know who's a national champion. So the parent body whose job is to promote any sport, the parent body has to actually concentrate on making the boys who are winning and making the boys who are playing whichever game. It may be any other game. Like if you see, if you compare today what chess was 10 years back, young boys know.
Young boys have, I think they have become world champion in the
Yes, young
last
boys
week.
know.
Yeah.
I am also the president of the chess association.
Yeah.
So boys have become hero. If today
Somebody
any
beat
girl-
Carlson. Somebody beat Carlson.
beat
I
Carlson
think.
yesterday
Yeah,
only.
yeah.
So if tomorrow a Gukesh or a Vishwanathan Anand or anybody comes to Pune, there are like people following him. There are 300 chess players who come there. They want to get photographed. They want to get his signature. So they have become heroes. While motorsport, you tell me five names. People who are following motorsport also don't know who has won the national championship. So whose responsibility it is? It is the responsibility.
I think the whole community has to gel together.
Haan.
I think so all parts, all formats of motorsports, I think there should be more communication, or you can say get-togethers or getting together, and they should try to come up with ideas how we promote motorsports, I think.
Do you think
all
Ishan-
these sports organizations,
Yeah, all the
which
sport
are there,
I think. There should be more communication, I think.
And do you
I
think-
see a lot of communication gap. It's my personal opinion. I may be wrong. But I think a lot of clubs I see around India, there's lack of communication between themselves and the federation and different bodies, I would say.
But how do you better that, sir?
It's just effort of communication, I would say.
and it is the effort of the national body as well as
Yeah.
the state
It's-
bodies.
Everybody has to play their part, I think so.
they have to
Yeah.
somehow make
Yeah.
motorsports winner
Yeah.
feel that you want to meet this winner sometime.
Yeah.
So if you see him in some restaurant, you feel like taking a photograph with him. Today you
Yes.
don't know him only.
Yes.
In badminton, if you say Saina Nehwal or any sports
Everyone
personality,
knows.
Yeah, yeah.
if you see her on the road, you will immediately want to
Absolutely.
meet her or have a photograph with her.
Yeah.
Nothing is happening with motorsport.
Do you think Ishan, Ashwin and Veer's effort of bringing ISRL could actually give rise to these
No,
heroes?
they are actually the pioneers to bring
Yes.
something like this. So the bodies who are organizing,
Yeah.
the bodies who are controlling motorsport have to help them
Yeah.
more. Have to help them more, and and make the heroes of motorsports, bring them somehow into limelight. How will they bring it?
Absolutely.
Actually,
is
we all
their
will be
job.
doing a favor to the motorsports community, I think so.
Right.
Yeah.
They are
Right.
It will be
spending
a great favor
हाँ,
for the motorsports, I would say.
they are spending money,
Yeah.
they are spending time, they are spending so much of efforts to bring all these motorcycles, efforts to bring foreigners here, race. So the promotion part, some organizations which are in motorsport will have to do promotion. In Pune Automotive Racing Association, we used to go to Ahmedabad, we used to go to Kolhapur, we used to go to Jaipur and organize motocross there.
Yes. Actually,
I've
my first
organized,
Aniruddha, my first motocross was in 1987, 10th June 1987 at St. Xavier's College. Was organized by Pune Automotive Racing Association in Ahmedabad. And it took me 2 days to reach there by a Fiat. I think you went in 12 hours. He had 800, I think so.
800.
Yeah,
800 had come. I had bought
So actually,
an
Aniruddha
800
went.
Maruti
Yeah.
new. So I went there in 8-10 hours.
Yeah,
to Ahmedabad.
and it took me 2 days to go because I went in a Fiat. So I slept in Ankleshwar, I remember, in 1987. So our club used to go to Jaipur or different cities.
Jaipur, Ahmedabad, Mumbai,
Yeah. Used to
Kolhapur.
organize.
We used to organize. I had teams which were like 20, 30 boys going and staying in Ahmedabad for a month
Yes.
and organizing, making a track, everything. And the governor of Gujarat was invited as the chief guest. Governor of Rajasthan was invited as the chief guest.
Yes.
Television, local publicity, local campaigning, newspapers. So who does this? Today, the body which controls motorsports and the local bodies, like if Ishan is doing this, is Pune Automotive Racing Association helping him? Not helping him. But if it was in our time,
Yeah, we would have.
taken him to a different height.
Definitely.
So it is any sports will need heroes now.
Yeah, we need more heroes, definitely.
Like what he has achieved in the rally, I don't know, in motorsports fraternity also 50% people don't know. I also never knew till I traveled with him.
Right. Right. So do you think that it's a whole new wave in Supercross, in motorsport with ISRL?
I think this is the start of the wave, I would say. This is the
And
start
what
of the wave.
Time
Yeah.
for a wave. I
Yeah.
would not, I would say it will take 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah.
I would actually request, if I have time, I would actually request and call up few more organizations to help them make this event a very important event in their state also.
So now that communication has improved,
Yeah.
people have exposure to everything that's going on in the world. How do you think ISRL or Indian Supercross can become a household name, even in Tier 3 cities? Is that possible?
Yes, it is very much possible. We have to grow. We have to make this more popular. Is the first thing, and we have to do a lot of how to say publicity. I would say a lot of eyeballs should be there. So that's the one way to go forward, I would say. And of course, the sponsors and media has to come in, I think. Actually, if you see, a car and a bike is close to everyone. Everyone rides a bike and drives a car. So it's not difficult to make it very popular actually, because every common man is attached to a bike or a car. Yes.
While he's very true that he's not attached to any other sport, but here he's attached to the equipment since he's like 15 years old.
Right.
Even a milkman is attached to a motorcycle.
Yeah.
But I think to end our discussion, they have really, all three have worked very hard.
Yeah.
I know, because the idea when it came from them, we had a very long discussion in my office, and I think what they have achieved last year is actually incredible for this sports to go ahead. So while we are here, we wish them.
Yeah, we should wish them all the best and
good luck for next 3-4 years.
Yes, and we also will try to help in whatever way we can actually.
And that's something that we all would actually
Yes.
look forward to. One way to spread the word through the community, through
Yes.
the ecosystem, and then reach to the audiences and show them what ISRL is actually capable of. Earlier, you gentlemen did mention how Pune has been the epicenter of motorsport and how everything has begun here. You mentioned about the first motor race in, I think, the 1905.
Yes.
And now that ISRL is starting here again, once again in Balewadi Stadium with its first round, how significant is it?
Very important. Because for us, as we love motocross, they call it supercross, we call it motocross. There is
our era was
slight,
motocross.
Slight difference actually in a supercross and motocross. But motocross was an easier word that time, so we said motocross. But it is very significant for Pune to start it after
40 years?
40, 35, 40 years.
Yeah.
40 years.
40.
40
Yeah.
years.
Wow.
But 40 years back, we did it better than them.
Should we say like that? No, I think they are doing well.
No, they are doing well.
They are doing well.
We would only love to have you guys back
Yes.
and help again and
Yes.
probably
Actually, we
create
are very
wonders once again. Sir.
Actually, we are very happy to see this actually because we have seen in our era, our young age and our college days, and seeing that happen again in a stadium in near in Balewadi, I think for us, I think we are
Yes.
very happy. I think
And for motorsport as a sport, people have not still taken in India motorsport as sport. That sport word is still missing.
Yeah.
But it is a very difficult sport.
Do they consider it as a hobby or something
No,
out
it
of
is-
passion that people just want to do?
It is still not
I
a
think
hobby.
a
it
lot,
is
lot
not-
of people have weird ideas about it. I
Ah.
think so. There is no fixed definition, but it's a sport actually.
But
Definitely.
why I would say sport, it needs the best of the fitness. It is very fast. Your thinking ability at that moment, what you are doing is very fast. So it is not a easy sport. Nobody as a population who's driving or riding a motorcycle or a car at 100 km speed can imagine what these people drive at 250 kilometers. You cannot sit in a racing car which is prepared for 250 kilometers. You cannot sit when
as a pillion, as a co-driver, it's very difficult to
co-driver.
sit. Yeah,
When,
very
when,
difficult.
When Mitsubishi Ralliart team came to India, I told him it was way back, and we said before the rally that can we sit and try driving the car. When I sat in the car, I said I cannot see anything. I cannot see the bonnet. The person who was sitting next to me was saying, you don't have to see the bonnet. Please see 300 meters ahead. 300 meters ahead. So it's a very fast sport.
Yeah.
People have to acknowledge the person who's winning the race or riding a race that he is doing a sport. So that sport word is fully missing in India. So the day this sport word is taken up, it will be like any other sport.
There should be a sports culture building up, I think. Yeah. Actually, if you see abroad, like New Zealand, Australia, every small town or village will have a motorsport track outside their village. You know this. New Zealand also.
Many.
Yeah.
So you're saying the infrastructure in our
no,
country is missing?
You don't need any infrastructure.
No.
Track is like dirt track. What
Yeah.
do you need?
So all
today,
the
weather
boys of
tracks.
that town, on Saturday, Sunday, they will be riding a bike there. Actually, basically like New Zealand, Australia. It is just a part of the community, like how we have grounds outside the small town or small village. Almost every town or village will have a small motorsport activity happening every weekend. Actually, I would like to mention also, I was in Estonia. Every weekend there is a race everywhere. The national sport of Estonia is motorsports. Not many people know this. It's a national sport of a country. And even in a country like Latvia, I would like to mention, people can actually take part in full competition at the age of 14. So this is the only country where you are allowed to take part in motorsports or drive a rally car at the age of 14. This is how the young generation, young boys are coming up, and they say you catch them young. And that's how you can see. Even there's I was told that the whole country is given a holiday when there's a round of the European Championship in Estonia. Yes.
So now after we discussing, they have more responsibility to actually make now motorsport popular. Also.
True.
Yeah, we'll be helping them definitely.
And sir, on a closing note, do you think the golden era of motorsport is back, or do you think this is just the beginning?
I think it's just the beginning. And I'm sure it's going to go forward, but it's just the beginning, yes.
It is like this is very small part of motorsport. So what they are doing is really very commendable, that they are doing a great job. But the entire ecosystem still has to support them.
Yeah.
So there has to be many more events, there has to be many more spectators, many more sponsors. So if few more states will have to, associations will have to get together, and like Sanjay said, that there has to be a lot of more communication. FMSCI has to, as a parent body, has to help grow this sport in much different
And then everybody
ways.
will follow actually.
Right.
It has to come from the top and then the movement will start, I think so.
And on that note, thank you very much, gentlemen, for being here with us. From legends who carried the torch to the dreamers who reignited it. Indian Supercross is no longer just waiting at the start line, it's racing ahead. See you in Pune, where history and future will roar again.